Didn't hearing that bring back some nostalgic memories? What's up, guys, and welcome back. I remember it was March of 1998. I was sitting in my bedroom playing Super Nintendo, minding my own business, when I get a phone call from my mom. She wants me to go with her to Walmart. She needed to do some shopping. I'll explain that in a minute. Now, on our way to Walmart, she tells me, I'm gonna buy you anything you want today. And I was thinking, who is this woman? And what does she do with my mother? We get to the store and I go straight to the electronics section because I knew if there was anything that I wanted, it was probably gonna be a video game. But what my mom does next blew my mind. She got me a PlayStation, the first Tomb Raider, and Resident Evil 2. Thanks, woman. That was our first purchase. And did you just go home and play your game? No. You see, my mom still had shopping to do. And if you don't know my mom, that woman can shop for hours. And it was at that moment that I realized it was gonna be a good 2 hours before I got to go home and hook up my console. So I finally make it home 4 hours later. And I hook up the PlayStation and I put Tomb Raider in. And what I'm about to see is gonna amaze me. You see, the thing is, I've never played a PlayStation before, ever. I was still stuck in 1990 playing Super Nintendo. So when I turned the PlayStation on, my brain couldn't put together what my eyeballs were seeing and what my ears were hearing. An opening cinematic in a video game with voice acting? When the hell did this happen? You see, we're in 98. Apparently this has been happening since 93. Yeah, I was a little late to the party, but you know what? I'm glad I showed up, because what I was about to see later on that night was going to change my life forever. It's getting dark, as it would be since I was at the store all day, and I thought, you know what, it's time to play some Resident Evil 2. I'm a huge survival horror fan now, but back then I've never heard of the word survival horror, much less knew what Resident Evil was. Little did I know the game I was about to play was going to change my life forever. I put the game in, and of course there's cinematics. Now, like I said, I didn't know what Resident Evil was. I don't know what it was about. All I knew is from watching the commercials, I thought it was about like mutated monsters and biological weapons. And during the opening sequence, they were showing zombies, and I was like, wait a minute, this is a zombie game? What? Are you serious right now? And it kind of scared me a little bit. I've never seen anything like this. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I get to the opening sequence and I start playing the game, and you have to push up to walk forward. I was like, oh, these controls are weird. It took me a little bit to figure the controls out. Like I said, I wasn't used to playing 3D games or games in a 3D environment. At the beginning of the game, you gotta run to a police station. Well, of course, by the time I got to the police station, I was a little bit used to the controls. I absolutely fell in love with Resident Evil. I played that game every day until I finished it. See, if it wasn't for the PlayStation, I would have never found my love for survival horror games. Wait, you know what? I take that back. If it wasn't for my mom buying me a PlayStation, I would have never found my love for survival horror games. Thanks, woman. Unfortunately, my mom isn't with us today, because she's out of town visiting my brother. And I know you're watching this. Hurry up and get home, woman. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode.